My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Drill Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Young May, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Roger, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Drill Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Drill Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Young May, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Roger, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Drill Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Drill Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Young May, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Roger, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Drill Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Drill Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Young May, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Roger, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Drill Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Drill Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Young May, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Roger, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Drill Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first and what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first and what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once? 33
years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first and what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first and what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first and what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once? 33
years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your...
Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You know, I was so excited this morning when the orientation class come in, and one of the guys say, "Hey, you be on Truck Talk." Well, you know, we try to do a little something here at Truck Talk, keep everybody informed of what's going on. Got a couple of things I want to do and talk about this morning. Got a lot of good news this morning, but the first thing I want to do is the word of the day. And I did not look this up. It come in my daily scripture that I read for myself every day, but what a fitting time for it to be. It says, honestly endeavoring to maintain the oneness of the Spirit in united bond of peace. Did you hear that? It said, Spirit in the united bond of peace. Wow. King James Version, Ephesians 4:3. Endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. I don't know, I've got to the point where I realized that we really need peace. We really need peace. Every time we turn around, somebody's done shot or somebody's done something. You know me, I'm not going to do nothing negative on Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. But we do need peace. Let me say this. I am excited. We're finna do what's going on in Troy. And thought about it. Me and Steve Camp has talked about it. Business owners, get ready. We're going to come by your place. We're going to see what's going on. Do a little minute or two clip. Put that in our stuff. And then we're going to have a truck talk where nothing but that plays for a whole hour. So we got to get up an hour of footage of. We're really excited about it. Ava is really excited about it. So get your business ready. Give me a call. Give me a call when you're ready, because we're ready. We're going to try to do that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays till we get it caught up. We're not going to start running it till we get enough that we can keep running it. Now, let me say it again, what we're going to do. We're going to come in your business, and we're going to talk to you, and we're going to see what you got going on, and we're going to tell the community. And yes, I stole this idea from somebody else. They was talking about what they had going on, and I thought, you know what? My little town got something going on. So I call the mayor. Everybody know our mayor, Jason. I call him. I said, Mayor, what do you think? He gave me his 100% support. 100% support. So businesses, y'all get ready. It costs you nothing but some of your time. And I want everybody to get this number 334-372. I am so sorry. 372-5049. Call me. Let's get together and let's have some fun. The mayor, the first place popped up in his mind was Douglas Brothers. And we're going to go in the square, and we're going to go all the way around the square. But other businesses, don't think we left you out. We're coming to you too. We coming to everywhere that will welcome us. Simple as that. If you will welcome us, we're coming. Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. What are we going to do? Let's talk about it again. We're just going to come in, talk to you or your manager and say, hey, what happens here? What do y'all got going on? This is what we got. We're going to Glow, fellas. Let me tell you something. Glow got a lot of good things, but the best thing I found in Glow is the Pandora bracelet. They're pretty good. They're pretty nice. It's a good deal. So go to Glow. We're going to go to Glow. We'll go to some restaurants. There's some nice restaurants on the square. We're going to go to them. And we're just going to see what you got going on. We'd like to come when you're busy, when you got people in. And so we'll be getting with you. Like I said, a good way to find out about that, you can email me at housedad@wsanders.com, or you can call me personal, 334-372-5049. And we'll be right back after this commercial break with Wiley Sanders Truck Talk.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny May, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny May, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny May, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmothers? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years,
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Young Lady, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all four of grandmas? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley. We're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You know, when I look at that commercial, and you never hear me talk about our work, C5 does great work. But when I look at that, when I see all the heads bow, it just, doesn't it make you just think for a minute? And you look at Miss Purdue, and she's showing all the family members that she had worked there. And it leads me to say this, drivers. We got a lot of drivers that's got sons and cousins working there. I promise you, if you'll get with me and let me know about it, I'll do something. I'll take y'all picture. I'll post y'all picture. Anything that shows that Wiley Sanders Truck Line does believe in family, does believe in God, but put them in the right perspective, God and family first, I'll do it. I'll do it. If you just got a long time friend, you and him come there at the same time, and you want to talk about when y'all came there, how y'all have been friends ever since. I'm going to tell you something that I get the pleasure of seeing every Monday. I get the pleasure of talking to a group of guys that are first time coming to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. I had a guy that come today, and he wanted me to know that it was his birthday, because he said it. He said, man, I asked anybody have any questions. He said, yeah, man, I just want to tell you it's my birthday today. And I can't dare say his name because I don't know it. I don't know how to say it. But we said happy birthday to him, and I challenged him. He's a student. He's went to school. He's graduated from school now. He's doing the next process of coming to work and getting into the trucking business. He's finna go out with a trainer. He's gonna go out with that trainer for 6 weeks. He comes back, he's gonna be roller test again. He's gonna be a full-fledged truck driver. But what I challenged him is, whatever the date, what is the date, Steve? The date is the 15th. There's the 15th of July. He can mark down on the 15th of July. He came to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 10 years from now, he can look at that. You know, every year he can go by. That I told him, this can be your first and your last orientation, and you'll have something to celebrate every time on your birthday. You know, you'll have, I don't celebrate birthdays, but it'll be something for him. He will be able to come there and think about that. Think about, man, when I come here so-and-so years ago, it was my birthday. Me and Hoss and Doug Kitchens and Ricky Free and Keith Lemasters, all of us was just laughing. And Hoss had the whole class to say happy birthday to me. Y'all know me, I got excited. I said, everybody say happy birthday. And we had fun with it. I'm excited about that. It don't take much to get me excited. Positive things get me excited. Why is that positive? Well, he lived to get another year older. That's positive enough for me. If you're 10 and you become 20, you've been blessed. You're blessed 10 years more. I just wanted to bring that out. So excited about it. Now I'm getting a lot of calls from ball teams want me to sponsor them. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do to make it fair to everyone. To make it fair to everyone, we're going to donate the ceasefire for bringing the games back to your loved ones. So we'll be a sponsor of that. And that way, I like to do things fairly. That way I don't pick a team and, you know, we just got we got so much of a budget. You get this team a little bit, you don't get this team. And that way it's just fair to everybody. Wiley Sanders Truck Line is just going to make it where that your family, your loved ones, the grandmama that can't get outside, the grandpa that's got to work. You know, a lot of people just can't. I couldn't just take off and go down there. Got too much going on. So, I got to work. So that's what we're going to do. Me and Steve talked about it this morning, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be a part of it. And I'm excited for these kids and these families just getting to go. I know a lot of family. I think Thomas Hicks, his kids was there last week. I saw him this morning. He just looked all chirpy, you know, after being with your kids for 3 or 4 days and a different scenery, you know, staying in the hotel and just playing ball and eating and sleeping. Can't be nothing like it, you know. Dan Smith from the rec department, he's coming here this morning. He's going to talk about some of the things that's going on, and I know he's going to be eager and glad to know that Wiley Sanders is going to participate in it. But when you talk about the Troy Rec Center, don't nobody go to laughing at me. I go, now they have this class, and I hate to call dates on stuff because I'm so bad to get it confused. It's called age. It ain't my head, it's age. But Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If I'm mistaken, y'all please charge it to my head, not my heart. But I go on Wednesdays. They have a 6 o'clock and an 8 o'clock. I go to the 6 o'clock. Man, let me tell you, it is so fun. I go to gym every day. But I'm sore on Thursday from going to that exercise class in the water. It is so nice. I've been asking the ladies to let Truck Talk come out there and we do a little filming, but they kind of shy. But anyway, I take my hat off to Dan Smith and his whole crew. Not just him, but his whole crew there at the rec department. It's so pleasant to come in there in the morning time. I'm actually canceling one of my memberships to a gym that I got. I'm not going to call a name because that's not nice. But I got 3 memberships. I'm in 3 different places, and I'm going to cut it to 2 places because I found the 2 that I want. And that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to get a variety and see just what you want to do. You can't beat the rec. And the rec is all around. Swimming pools, everything. But anyway, we're going to talk more about the rec. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Young Lady, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmas? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmas? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross, Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmas? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross, Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once? 33
years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny Mae, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all former grandmas? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross, Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for? And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line, but we're not by ourselves. We got Mr. Dan Smith from the rec department. Mr. Dan, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing
Put
great.
your mic on there.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Let me find that. Here we
That
go.
is right.
That might help.
You know, I'm excited. I called Steve and it was certain notice. I said, man, my guest is not coming. He said, I got one for you. This is a big time for Troy. We playing a little ball.
We have, for the first time ever, Mr. Bennett, we have 4 teams going to a World Series. 2 boys teams baseball and 2 girls teams for softball. And we start today being Monday. This Wednesday we'll hit the road and go to Laurel, Mississippi, and I believe they have opening ceremonies on Thursday and start playing on Friday. So we've got that 11-year-old team. It's Dixie Youth Ozone 11-year-olds is what it's called. Excuse me. And the head coach of that is Mr. Josh Powell.
Okay.
And then we got a team just a couple of days later is going to start up in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And that is coached by Terry Garrett, and that's the Dixie Bells softball team. And then starting the next week, a little south in South Carolina, we have the 13-year-old Dixie boys, the junior Dixie boys, and those are coached by Coach Will Sanders, of course, who works with the Sanders companies. And then we go back up to Virginia Beach, July 26th through the 30th for the 8 and under girls softball, and that team is coached by Anthony Dixon. So we'll have 4 teams in 2 weeks playing in 3 states.
And I tell you what, we're going to do with the truck line side, with Truck Talk, we're going to sponsor ceasefire to bring them teams so can be televised.
Yes, sir.
We're in a pickle.
Yes, sir.
You got 4 teams,
right?
And you got everybody. So if we do that,
yes,
it's fair to everyone.
Yes,
because everybody can't go.
Right.
And so we're going to make sure the ones that are here, they'll be able to watch it.
Yes, sir.
And that's our contribution to that. But I tell you, when I see you in the wreck, and I always like to tell you in public because I want people to hear, thank you. You always telling me thank you, but thank you. That wreck, I can tell it's a part of you. It's like Sanders is to me. It's a part of you.
Yes, sir.
And I want to talk about, just for a little bit, I know we're into baseball and softball, but I want to talk about the exercise class.
Okay.
Who came up with that? Where did that come?
Well,
I know I'm old and I don't catch all the stuff to the last end, but who come up with that?
When we built the rec center, and it's 17 years old now, we wanted to offer things that at the time, 17 years ago, we did not have the space, we didn't have the rooms for certain things. And now, in the past 17 years, we've been able to offer water aerobics for men and women. I saw them just a few minutes ago and spoke with them. Great class. They're outside. They meet Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 in the morning. And we also have stretching classes for men and women, and other exercise classes for men and women that are morning and evening classes. So
and I've been telling people, I was a member of 3 gyms, and I'm not going to call her name, but me and my wife made a decision this morning to take one out because of so much that the rig offer and how much fun we have. My sister,
yes, sir,
was taking the water class.
Yes,
and she invited us, and y'all look out for us old folks at the rec center. It's a support of old people. Well, anyway, and we joined that, and oh my God, we look so forward to it on Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
To go in the water, and if you want to get me, do a little praying. You got me locked in.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the class, we all gathered in a circle.
Yes.
Right.
Great. That's great.
And I looked at my wife, and she looked at me, and we knew then this was our class.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back.
Well, all of our classes are made up of course, local people, and as proud as we are, and there's no question we're known as youth recreation, baseball, softball, soccer, flag football, basketball, whatever it may be. But it's important in recreation that we offer something for the youth, the adults, and the seniors. So all age groups.
You got to say seniors so loud.
Well, I am one.
I'm right there with you.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
If you want to change my price, I'd squall in because the seniors, hey, we get a good discount.
Yes, sir.
We get a good discount.
And we want to offer classes that will bring them back. And we think everybody is local people, And we'll have people in those classes that live in Michigan or Wisconsin, and they're in Troy staying like at Deer Run RV Park.
Okay.
And while they're staying here, they'll come to the rec center and exercise. And, so we'll have people from all over.
I just want you to know, and I'll always tell you this, and it will never change. You will always, you in the rec department will always have a platform on this show.
Well, thank you,
Because
sir.
I'm like you. I believe in what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
I'd rather see them kids out there playing ball
Right.
than walking up and down the streets.
Exactly.
I'd rather see them old people moving as long as they can than somebody pushing them.
Right.
You know, the teenage. It's just our rec. And you know, we doing a thing, and you know, I'm gonna put the rec in it. Well, me and Steve, we've been working on. We was talking about it the other day. Well, we're gonna talk about what's going on in Troy, and that's what we're gonna say.
Right.
And we're gonna go to different businesses.
Right.
And just film a little clip.
That's a great idea.
And we gonna show it. And I'm not ashamed to say this. I got this from another town. And you know, you sitting there. It's sort of like if a guy hits a home run, you say, well, I can do that. I saw that, and I said, we can do that in Troy. We got a lot of positive things going on.
Yes.
Right here in Troy, Alabama.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
All we need is somebody to expose them. Because it may be somebody, now that me and you talked about the rec,
Yes, sir.
they may look at me and say, man, if Hall's going, I'm going.
Well, and Mr. Bennett, one thing that's important is that with our memberships to the rec center, it's 1 month at a time. You don't have to lock in to a 12-month contract. You can pay for 1 month, and if you say this is not for me, then that's it. There's no other obligation.
And you know, when you can offer something like that, I tell people about trainers. Oh boy, I'm putting on the can of words, but I'm not saying trainers are not good, but trainers have to lock you in for 6 months.
Yes, sir.
Because if you're smart,
Right.
after the first 4 weeks, the trainer becomes then just your motivator. You know what to do.
Right.
He just motivates you
Yes,
to
sir.
do it.
Yes, sir.
And the rec know that y'all are so strong. You pay a month, you're gonna pay another month.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna pay another month.
And we're fortunate to have some great staff in the fitness center with our exercise equipment. Jonah McWhorter does have
Great
all of
guy.
Yes, sir.
Great guy.
He has all of the training certifications, and matter of fact, he believe is back in Troy today. He's been at a national conference in Baltimore to further his education and certifications.
And that's another thing. You know, I tell people, and I hear you say this too, about the people that you have to work for you at the rec. Brandy, Ricky, Dale, Kim, Tanya, Keith Lemasters. If I didn't have them people around me, I'd fall flat on my face.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not ashamed. I'd fall flat on my face.
All
I'm
of-
safety director Doug Kitchen.
Yes, sir.
Because we take a little bit from everybody and make a big old wheel roll.
All of us are only as good as the people around us, and we support each other. I always say, I never say this person works for me. I say we work together.
That's what
because
I say.
nobody works for me. We work for the city of Troy. We work for the people of Troy.
Yeah. I'll tell you something I learned. And I learned this from Trace Parker when he first come aboard with us. And I would make this big announcement when I announced him. And he told me, you don't have to do that. But I didn't know, and I just keep doing it. One day he called me off and he said, look, man, I work for y'all. Just call me Trace Parker. Just leave it at that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
I started doing that, and it jailed our relationship.
Yes.
And just the other day, he came and spoke to a class. And sometimes you have to see it.
Right.
And just when he was getting ready to leave, this one guy says, well, may I ask you a question? And he turned around, he said, yes, sir. He said, what are you with the company? And he traced around, he said, I'm the president. And the guy says, man, I'd have never known that if you hadn't said it.
Yes, sir.
And Trace just laughed and didn't go into it. He
Right,
just went
right.
on. And that's what you got to do. You got to humble yourself. The Bible
Absolutely,
tells us to be humble.
absolutely, yes.
You got to be humble. And I
Yes,
learned
sir.
that. Humble
Yes, sir.
I am, the better things go for
Yes,
me.
sir.
We're just working hard out there. And I take it from you guys. I tell you something else I get to do at the rig, and I love it so much. The Tim Collin? I'll make sure I say it right. Awards, the Tim Collin Award.
Oh, the Tip Collin.
Tip Collin.
Yes,
yeah,
Tip
I'll
Collin.
make sure I said it right.
And
See,
that
you
is,
got on me about
and that is through the Troy Exchange Club, that every year they honor the high school students, the seniors in Pike County, and we're very fortunate that they have that event at the recreation center. Yes,
and
sir.
it's nice, and it gives
Yes, sir.
people to see your place. I think a lot of people, and I just want to just throw this out there. If you live in Troy, if you live in a surrounding area, and you've never been there, go. Drivers that listen to me on YouTube, next time you come to Troy, get the van driver to take you out there, because the rec could be a good place for you to spend some time while you're waiting on your truck to get serviced.
And all of the Sanders companies have a corporate discount, and we offer senior discounts for 60 and above.
Yeah, I fall into that.
Yes, sir, I do too.
I fall into that, but I'm proud of that.
Absolutely.
I'm proud of
Yes,
that.
sir.
And that's what me and my wife was talking about this morning. We said we don't need all this. She's so happy with the rig. Doug Kitchen, I know you wasn't gonna ask because you're not one to call people out, but I'm gonna say it myself. I took the swimming class, and I got very discouraged. But we was just talking about working around people that look after you. Doug told me one day that he saw I was getting down about it. He said, "What you got to do is get over the fear of water."
Yes, sir.
And so I joined that class that I'm in now.
That is great.
If I don't never learn how to swim, I'm gonna come to that class as long as I can live.
Well,
it's relaxing.
Yes, sir.
I wish I could think of the lady. You know the lady that teaches it?
well, I'm not sure. No, sir.
I can't think of her name, but she is so sweet, and she remembers everybody's name.
Yes, sir.
And every time when the class is over, she get us to hold hands.
Yes, and that is awesome.
And it's just, I don't know, I'm just hooked. I'm hooked. And I tell anybody, if you have not checked out Troy Recreation Center, you need to.
Well, thank you.
Clean.
Well,
The guys in there, they have it so clean. We got locker room.
Yes, sir. Our
shower.
staff takes great pride in the facility and the services that we offer.
Yeah, you take in working people. My class, I say my class, but the class I'm in starts at 6. I can go in there at 6 and work till 6:45. Take a shower. Got a shower. Got lockers. You can change. When I leave there, I'm ready for work.
Yes, sir.
Well, you saw me when I lay there.
Yes.
I'm headed to
Yes.
work.
Yes, sir.
And that's a convenience there.
Well, and that's what a lot of people do in the community. The building opens at 5 in the morning, so we have some customers that will come at that time and exercise, and then they can either go home and shower and change, or they can bring their clothes with them. There truly is.
There's a bar.
I believe that.
And to show you that I believe that, the scripture I read this morning, and I just read a daily text, but it was so fitting for the time we live. It says enduring. Well, first is Ephesians 4:3, and it says enduring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace.
Amen.
In the
Yes,
bond
sir.
of peace.
Well, and that's something that I have learned in my age. that when I was young, I used to get maybe too excited about situations, but the older I get, there's always a solution to everything. Pray about everything, and try to work things out in a positive resolution, whatever that may be. And it may not come out the way that I had intended, but whatever is in the benefit of what's best, that's what I try to do.
And you know, I credit that for not me, but the success of this show. I credit it to being, when Mr. Sanders asked me, he said, well, what are we going to do with it? What are some of the things? I said, we're going to let it be a platform for our drivers. We're going to let it be a platform for our community. I said, but one thing we are going to do, if I'm involved and we do it, it's always going to be positive.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
that's where I stay.
Absolutely.
People look for positive things.
Absolutely.
Negative is easy to find.
And it's too much negativity, and it serves no purpose.
And I found out, and a person that was younger than me told me this, and I admire him so much, and I won't call his name because he might get embarrassed, but in any situation you're in, and it's hard to think of this like this, but he said, still think of what you could have did differently.
Yes, sir.
Any situation, think, well, what could I have did that maybe it wouldn't have got to this? And when we get where we can do that and trust in God, the biggest thing is trusting God.
Always.
That's the biggest thing, and that's why I support these things like the Rig and these restaurants that's on the square. I know it's not easy.
We believe, Mr. Bennett, that a lot of the whether it's a child in a youth sport or an adult in an exercise class, that we want everything to be a positive influence.
Yeah.
So if a child's on a team, he may all of a sudden get involved in an atmosphere and a culture to where there's
Teammates.
yes. Yes.
You know, it's people that I play ball
Yes.
with. We still got something in common. We
Yes,
still
sir.
talk.
Yes,
we
sir.
They grow bonds that they'll never lose.
That is for life.
Thomas Hicks,
Yes.
he's been doing that a while. He's been doing that. He gets real serious.
He had a
about
team down in Dothan in the state tournament this past week. They did very well.
And I hadn't talked to him other than just told him I needed some trucks for this week. I was talking business with him, but
Yes.
I was going to get to that. But you know what I find? I'm not from Troy. And a lot of people don't know that. But I can tell you what Troy will do to you. I come to Troy to stay a summer about 30-something years ago.
And have not left.
And have not left. And I walked into a great job, a great family, and it's been so good for me. And I tell people, when I go to a school, and say, I got to put the rec in this now. When I go to a school, I don't go to that school. Yes, I go to sell Wiley Sanders. But you got to realize I'm mostly talking to young students
Yes, sir.
that are doing a career. Because everybody ain't going to be a doctor or a lawyer.
Right.
And I paint them a picture,
Right.
which is a true picture.
Yes.
That you can go to this school and you can come out of this school, you come to this little old town called Troy, Alabama, and start off making $50,000 to $60,000 your first year.
Yes, sir.
And it's nothing in Troy. It's nothing you need. The Troy probably ain't got it.
Absolutely.
If you need love, we got it. If you need a good school, we got it. If you need a good doctor, we got it.
Yes, sir.
Good food, we got it. And the most thing we got is just good people.
And there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, and it's all about quality of life.
Yes.
And whether it be the environment. And in recreation, we hope that we're a small part of that piece of the puzzle, because when people are not at school, time. And we hope, whether it be recreation for kids or classes for adults.
Do you still have the spin class?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, I enjoyed that. I'm gonna get back into that.
Yes, sir.
I caught it getting there on time, and when I got it, I could just, you know me, I'm over there. They say, put me in, coach, because I'll be back there in the back, and I'll be around. I'll say, put me in, coach, put me in. And they go, when I walk in the door, they say, he putting you in. He putting you in. I had fun with all that. And you know, we can look at a lot of things in life, but anytime you can look at something and say, every time I was involved in that, I liked it.
Yes, sir.
When COVID came,
yes, sir,
the rec was one of the first gyms that opened back up.
Yes, sir.
I like to look at the positive of anything. I tell people all the time, I hate COVID came. God knows I do. I lost some family members. We all lost some. But we can't do nothing about that.
Right.
But let's take a spin back and look at what we gained.
Yes, sir.
The Zoom meetings. Now we got familiar with
right.
Zoom. And,
right.
And when I think about Zoom, I can't go no further other than thinking about the handicapped person that's in the bed,
right,
that cannot get to church. Now they can just sit there and join. Valuable people saw when those shelves
right.
was getting empty with the toilet paper, the tissue, the Lysol and stuff, and so it's some positive we can take. And my positive was going to the spin class.
Yes, sir.
And getting involved in that. So Troy, it's got a lot to offer.
It does.
You just got to look.
And Mr. Bennett, I believe it's important to give credit where it's due, and our Mayor Jason Reeves,
yes, sir,
and the City Council love Troy.
And they do.
Mayor,
and our sheriff, don't forget about our sheriff.
Oh,
he loves it.
Yes, and those leaders are the ones that shape the environment and the culture and the quality of life in Troy. And I just can't say enough about Mayor Reeves and his administration, because they've got big plans for Troy. There are a lot of great things have happened in recent years, and I know there's a lot more to come.
Yeah, you know, you just got him in trouble. I got to get him on the show. I usually get him on the show and put him on the spot. And
bring him on.
I got to bring him on. But how many towns, and I say this all the time, how many towns could you live in where you could pick up your cell phone and you could call the mayor? Now, he may not answer right then because he's busy. He's the mayor. But you can shoot him a text.
Yes, sir.
And before you lay your head down that night,
he'll reply.
He's going to reply.
Yes, sir.
Sheriff.
Right.
You can call him. You may not get him.
Well,
if you send him a text before you lay your head down at night. A lot of people in a lot of towns, yeah, I'm bragging on Troy, can't say that.
Well,
Chief of Police, same way.
Sheriff Russell Thomas and Chief Randall Barr with the City of Troy Police Department, their jobs are so demanding, and we don't know a lot of the business they have to take care of with people that don't want to act right.
Yeah.
And they do
keep them away from us.
Yeah, well, yes, sir. And I think they do a tremendous job, and that has a lot to do with the quality of life that we have in Troy.
That is correct. And then, you know, and people in Troy realize that you don't bother nobody bothers you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I go to the gym, like I say, every morning, and I just look and I see ladies walking back and forth because they feel safe. We
Absolutely.
live in a safe town.
Yes, sir.
Troy's a safe town, and you know, you take our local stores. It's probably not many stores you can go in. You don't know somebody or see somebody
Right.
that you know.
Exactly.
And I just love it. I'm committed to it. I'm committed to what you got going on at the rec. And once again, before I get you out of here, I want you to always know, anytime that we can help with the Sanders family, we can do anything, let us know.
Well, and Mr. Bennett, I cannot say enough about over the course of the year how much the Sanders companies do for Troy Park and Recreation and the city of Troy that a lot of people don't know about.
Oh yeah, I know.
And it is so, we're so thankful.
But you know, when you say that, you make me think about Mr. Sanders. That's just the way he was.
Yeah,
he
yes,
didn't
sir.
want a lot of accolades.
Right.
He just wanted to do what was right. I think I could say that Mr. Wiley made me love Troy in a way because I know he could have lived anywhere in the world and he lived here in Troy.
Yes, sir.
I know he was smart. So if he stayed, if it was good enough for him, it was good enough for me.
That is true.
I
That is
raised
true.
kids here, and they've all been successful pretty much. I tell people I'm 3 out of 4. I had one that didn't take the right path, but the other 3 did. So I'm 3 out of 4. That
Yes,
ain't
sir.
bad.
Not at all.
And still love him, though.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to say thank you for coming and give your schedule one more time, and we're going to get out of here.
All right, Mr. Bennett. Again, we have a team going to Laurel, Mississippi on Wednesday, and that's our 11 Dixie Youth Ozone 11-year-olds. The rookies is what they're called, and they'll be in the World Series in Laurel, Mississippi. That'll be followed by the Dixie Bells that will be in Prince George, Virginia, they'll start play this coming Saturday. And then we'll go down to South Carolina. We'll have the Junior Dixie Boys. That's a 13-year-old baseball. Dixie Boys will be in Beaufort, South Carolina. That's Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Not the week we're in now, but the next week. And then on that Friday and Saturday is when the 8 and under Dixie Darling softball team will be in the World Series in Prince George, Virginia. So
Well, all right. Well, we wish them all luck. Wiley Sanders Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're going to support C Spy and getting them teams back here so we can see it on live TV. We'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Miss Johnny May, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all 4 of grandmas? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross, Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years,
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Miss Johnny May, thank you for bringing your grandboys to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Rodney, have you ever been in a position where you dispatched your grandmother and all 4 of grandmas? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely not.
Only at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put family first. And what?
God.
God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross, Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years,
Did your mother drive for us?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join.
Man, I am excited. We're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Anytime that I'm laughing at Steve, he's making faces back there. But anytime that I get to talk about the great things going on in Troy, I get excited. If I get to talk about the great things that's going on at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, I get excited. You know why I get excited? Because this is one of the best trucking companies in the world. That's right. We've been in business since 1959. We got all the kind of freight. We got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We got a dental plan. We got a vision plan. Most of all, we love our drivers and we take care of them. Got a little secret about some trucks, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I want to tell it, but I ain't gonna tell it. I want to tell it, but I ain't gonna tell it. I'm not gonna say we get no new trucks. I'm just not gonna tell it. I'm not gonna tell it, but I want to tell it. I want to say we get some new trucks, but I'm not gonna say that. I didn't tell that. But anyway, things are it's just a good place to work at. And I just want to appeal to you. If you're a driver, you may already have a job. Come see me one day. Let me give you a tour of the place. When you leave there, it's either two things. You're either going to leave there with an application in your hand, or you're going to sit down in front of my desk and sign your name on the dotted line. We got it going on. And I tell people at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we're big enough to get you anything you want. Big enough to get you anything you want. Small enough to know your name. Small enough to know your name. To all the ball teams, let me say this, to all the ball teams, Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we're sponsoring bringing the games to you. That's going to be our contribution to all, that way we can contribute to all the teams and be able to afford it. So I don't want nobody to think that we're not doing that, because we are. Maybe I can get a little clip or something that we can do in there. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. And this is what I want to ask of everybody. Everybody that hears this show this week, whether you be on YouTube, whether you be on Facebook, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, do me one favor. And it don't cost you nothing. It's free. It's free. Find someone and be nice to them. Just be nice to someone this week. Just say something nice to someone. Hey, if you want it to be me, I'll take it. You want to buy my lunch? I'll take that too. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Hey, we've had a ball. Remember, Troy got it going on. Remember, me and Ava, we hitting the streets. We finna come to your business and see what you're doing and bring it back to Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. I got this guy back there going, so that means I got to get out of here. That means for you to be nice to someone. Have a great week, everybody. Have a great week. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Sure. Tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?